I can hear you. This is Lynn.
Okay. Thank you. Is this, amen, is this Lynn?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. This is Diane Wafer, and I had the pleasure, should I say, to open up the call this morning. So I just want to take the time to welcome everybody to the Team Comfort Lifestyle Call and making sure everyone can hear me. There's excitement in the air. So I want everyone to open up their windows, open up the doors, and give me a shout out just to let me know that you're in the house. I'd like to hear your name and where you're from. So come on, family. Let's begin.
Happy Friday, Diane. This is Jesse calling from the Pentagon.
All right, Jesse. All the way across to the Pentagon. Amen. Getting it done. I mean, he's getting it done over there. Amen.
Yeah, definitely getting it done.
Amen.
It's Friday. I'd like to say hello and
yes
to all the other 10 family members, folks out there.
Thank you so much, Jesse, so much. Well, who else is with us, family? Please give us a shout out.
Vicky Soto, Louisville, Kentucky.
All right. Vicky Soto's in the house, as we expected for her to be here because she's faithful and she's committed and she's dedicated. And we thank you so much, Vicky, for joining us once again, honey.
Thank you.
All right, who else is here this morning? Please give us a shout out.
Mr. Payday is in the house.
Mr. Payday is in the house. Now, who is Mr. Payday?
Bubba Smith.
Oh, my gosh. You mean to tell me you're the only one getting paid?
Paid every day. Every day is paid.
But it's every day for you. Got you.
You move a spray, you paid.
Amen. Robert, it's good to hear your voice.
Good morning.
Amen. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Is this Paul? Hi, Paul.
Yes, it is. I wanted to say to you, when I mentioned that all-star lineup yesterday, I left out one star. And that was you.
Lord.
Charge it to my mind and my heart, okay?
Oh, sweetie. You know, I know you, all right? If you don't mention the name, I know your heart, that's for sure. Thank you so much, Paul. We appreciate it. The call was phenomenal yesterday. Thank you so much for all you do. Amen, family.
Good morning, First Lady Diane. It's 9 more days. It's 9 more days before we see you guys.
Yeah! Countdown!
Good morning, everybody. Kevin Vaughn from Atlanta, Georgia. It's another beautiful day in the city. God bless you. How are you today, Pastor?
I am amazing. This is the amazing call, so I think everybody is amazing.
Absolutely. You are custom built by God. I love that.
That's a good one. I'm going to take that one and run with it. Well, Kevin, thank you. You know, we always appreciate your excitement. Yes, thank you so much. And who else? Who else is in the house? Come on, open up the door, the window, whatever. Peek in. All right, no one else in the house? Or you're in the house, but you just don't want to say anything right now, later?
Now, a lot of them are at work, Diane, so they on the call, though.
I know it. I know that's correct. Well, we appreciate everyone that is on the call, and we're all just going to give you all a shout out all across the nation for being on this call today.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
We're in presentation mode right now. Well, guys, I hear there's an earthquake that's getting ready to happen on the East Coast next weekend. So I think you all better be here for that earthquake. Participate in this earthquake in particular. Any other earthquake you don't want to be involved in, but this one you do. So there is an excitement in the air, and we are just, I don't know what to tell you. I am just looking forward to seeing those that I have heard on the line and I've spoken to personally on the phone, but never had a chance to give you a hug. So I'm looking so forward to that day that we can all hug one another and see each other's face. So thank you for allowing me to take this time to just love on you guys today. After saying all of that, I want to invite, now I'm not
All
sure.
right.
Oh, are you there?
I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready. Okay, my goodness. So here's Dr. Pastor Dale. 2-star, honey. I invite you to the call.
2-star.
Take
honey.
it away.
That's the first time I've been endorsed as 2-star honey.
I know, right? That just came to me, honey.
Well, guys, thank you guys for the call. As Kevin said, guys, we're right up on it. Today's Friday. We got 7 more days, and we're going to see a bunch of you guys here. Woo! It's going to be an exciting time. Looking forward to spending time with you guys. It's going to be an amazing time of connecting and sharing. It's just going to be an all-around great time for everybody. So we're looking forward to it and looking forward to being with you guys as well. Kevin Vaughn is pumped up, and he's going to get us all excited and all pumped up as well. So before we introduce our speaker for the day, don't want you to forget the promotion that's going on to the end of the month. Double fast start bonus on your diamond package. So anybody you signed up from last weekend all the way to the end of the month, you're going to get a double fast start bonus. So instead of $50, you're going to get $100. Okay. So keep a note of who you signed up and the day you signed up, so you can get that over in the corporate, and you can get your double fast start bonus. So that's a new promotion came out just last week, and just to help us get through the week and get going into October with a blast. So glad to have that presentation and promotion on the table for you guys today. Well, Friday is always our coach Denise Moore's day out of Dayton, Ohio, but she has a special person who's going to join us on the call in her absence today, and we're looking forward to that. And we're going to have Miss Lynn Dixon Thornhill. Lynn, are you on the call with us?
I am on the call, Pastor Dale. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing well. It's
so
glad to hear your voice again.
That's awesome. I am just doing well. I'm very excited about seeing everyone in Washington. It is going to be an awesome time. There are so many great people that are associated with this company, and you just cannot beat quality relationships. And I've just been so fortunate to be surrounded by so many people of quality. It's just absolutely great. And I am anticipating learning a great deal and just getting to know the other professionals, and I'm just really excited. I think it's going to be awesome.
Well, I do too, because I'm part of some of the planning that's going on, and I can see that the things that people are bringing to the table is going to be really, really exciting information to have on the table. So, hey, what do you got for us today, Lynn? Take it away.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? See, I am just one of those kind of people that believes in making the most of my time and trying to get the greatest value out of the things that I am doing. And you know what? We all have the same 24 hours in a day. So I want to talk a little bit about planning, strategizing, and time management. That is something that we just absolutely cannot get enough of. Time ticks by and it escapes us minute by minute, hour by hour. And there's nothing that we can do that's going to stop that clock. We all have the same 1,440 minutes per day. Okay, so and there's just no shortcuts in trying to manage your time effectively. So what I want to talk about are just like 9 things that we can do to make sure that we are managing our time effectively and getting the most out of it. As I told you, Pastor Dale, you guys know it's no secret. I came into this business to make money. I don't really want to go back into corporate America. So I've been really, really trying to hone in on what is going to give me the most out of the time that I'm investing. And I won't say time that I'm spending, because I think that when you spend something, you really don't get anything back from it. So I don't want to spend my time doing things that are not going to be productive. What I really want to do is invest my time so that I can get a yield back on it, whether that investment is monetary, whether it is quality time with my husband and my family, or, whether it is spending that time, investing that time with business partners where I'm getting something back. So you just really, really, really want to make sure that you're making wise decisions and that you are prioritizing. So having said that, I just kind of was looking up some things that kind of would coincide with what I'm going to focus on today. Sometimes, you do find diamonds in the rough. Some things that we take for granted, other people just see them as, oh my God. And I just love Denise Moore so much. I'm just so grateful that she's back in my life on a regular basis now, because we've been able to recapture. We were friends, childhood friends, and now through this business, we've kind of recaptured our friendship, and it's really wonderful to see her as an accomplished businesswoman, and I have a lot of respect for her. But she is always so good at picking out a person's strengths, and she just keeps telling me, she's like, Lynn, these spreadsheets that you have created, you think that they're just something that you do on your own that's really insignificant. She said, but a lot of people really need to see these. They need to know about them because they have helped me so much in my life. So I just wanted to share that. And I will share them. They will be available at the conference in Washington. So we're going to share them. But they are very, very effective tools, just a compilation of things that I have developed just through my journey of entrepreneurship and businesses that I've been involved in. I've just kind of taken the best out of things that were effective for me and kind of put them in a little packet, so to speak. So one of the first things that you really want to do when you are trying to manage your time effectively is record. You got to write everything down. I don't know about you, Pastor Dale or Diane, but I need to have things in front of me written down so that I can stay on task. I'm one of those people with the personality, if you're familiar with the DISC personality test, I have a high I. I love to do things that are going to be fun. I like being around people, so I can get distracted a little bit. So I need to be able to stay on task. So I got to create, okay, what is going to be important for me to do today? So you got to write down all of your multiple tasks and demands, everything that's going to be competing, your priorities, all of that, your activities for the day, you got to write it down. So I have a weekly plan sheet that I kind of sit at the end of the week, like on a Saturday evening or either on a Friday, to project for the next week, what's going to be the most important thing that I have to do on Monday. And all of that's written down. I just write it down on my weekly plan sheet. But you got to step back from that. You got to know what your goals are. So you got to determine your goals, first of all. So list your primary goals for the day and for the week. I say, what are those goals? And then you write them down. And then you kind of go back, and that's where you say, what do I want to actually get accomplished? And this weekly plan sheet is just really awesome. I used it before, and anytime that I get on track, I just refer back to it, because you can get off track and you say, well, wait a minute, what was I trying to do? When you go back to your weekly plan sheet, there it was, I never did get that done. Oh, that's right, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. If you ever think about going to the grocery store without a list, I go to the grocery store without a list. I spend way more money than I do if I had a list. And I feel so much better when I do have a list, because I stick to what I say I'm going to get. Now, I might get some things here and there off, but then I know exactly where I am. I know I did get the things that I wanted to get, so now I can get these few extra things. I know about how much I'm going to spend because I've got the calculator right there. So writing things down just helps you stay on task. Okay, so we covered writing, record all your activities, determine your goals. Consider the 20-80% rule. Now, this is really, really important. This was a huge eye-opener for me. Determine which 20% of activities will yield you 80% of the results that you want, which is going to bring you closer to your goal. That is...
Lynn, I'm sorry. You got to repeat that. That's pretty good information. Repeat that again.
Consider the 20%, 80% rule. Determine which 20% of activities will yield you 80% of the results, which is going to bring you closer to your goal. Now, I'm going to tell you, I just experienced this past weekend. Denise and I had a phenomenal health fair that we did a display at, and it was really, really great. We made so many contacts at that at the health fair. So I was really on a high when I left there. I got back here to Cincinnati, and I ran over and talked to my pastor, as a matter of fact, Pastor Dale, about the health challenge. We're still trying to get that worked out, but I think it's getting closer. I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more about it in depth. But anyway, I was in that area of town, so I was done with the errands and stuff that I had to run. Well, previously when I was at the beauty salon, I talked to some people about the sprays, and they were great. I could have called her on the phone and say, hey, how's the sprays going? But I chose to drive over there. It was only like 10, 15 minutes away from where I was. Drove over there. That was, to me, like a 20% activity that gave me 80% results. Because by the time I got in the beauty salon, she was so excited about the sprays, and she was very grateful that I came to check up on her. But the thing that made the difference is she was going on and on talking about the sprays. Somebody else heard what I was talking about, so I was able to do a quick presentation on the lady while she sat under the dryer. And then my beautician proceeded to tell me, my church, they have a wellness workout, and I think it would be great for you to come and talk to them about this health initiative, the weight loss initiative that you were talking about that you were going to do with your church. And they need supplements as well. They need to know how to eat healthy. They need to know what activities to do. So to me, that was like huge. That was a whole other avenue that opened up just by me taking that little bit. I could have come back home. I was done with my day. I did the health fair, stopped and talked about the health initiative. I could have just said, okay, I'm going back home to get some other stuff done. But this was something that I did that's going to make a world of difference down the line, bringing me closer to my goal. So absolutely. So you've got to sit down and determine what things in your life that you're doing that takes a small amount of investment as far as your time goes. It's going to yield you a lot of results. So that's huge important. The next area is evaluate the important versus the urgent. So we get this mixed up a lot of times. It is important for me to take care of my family. It is important for me to be there for my son, but is it urgent that I do certain things? He will want me. This is a classic example, and I know the moms out there can relate to me. My son wants me to be around all the time. He's 12. He's a little athlete. I'm so proud of him. But he's like, are you going to be at home today? Are you going to pick me up? I'm going to be at home all afternoon, Josh. I get here with him when he gets out of school. What do you want to do? As soon as he gets in the house, I'm going to go outside and play with my friends. Well, I thought you wanted me to be with you. He just wants to know that I'm here. And the things that he has for me to do or wants me to do, they're important. It is important that I spend time with him, but it's not urgent. It's not urgent. It's not urgent that he'll call and I'm thinking he's ready to break his neck or something. Mom, come here. And I run in there. There's nothing urgent. It's like you took me away from doing something important just to come and see what you have to do. So we've got to be able to determine that. That's just a small example with a child. But I mean, with our things that we have to do, being organized is very, very important. But it is not urgent that I do that because that takes planning ahead of time. The things that are urgent that I do, I must reach my financial goal for the day because I'm not working anywhere else. So I know that if I don't do this, then it's not going to get done, and I'm not going to have any money for that day. I won't reach my goal for that day. I might be able to make it up on the back end, but it's important that I get some urgency under my belt. I have to do this. And there's a very, very important saying that one of my mentors always used to say is, if it is to be, it is up to me. So I got to make sure that I'm doing that. This is urgent that I get this done. It's urgent that I reach this daily goal. Is it important that I do some of the planning? It is very important, but I need to do things that are urgent right now. And in doing that, you got to rank some things. Use ranking systems to begin. Like, A activities. What are the tasks that are high priority that I have to do right now? They must be done. And then put some things in the B category. Some things I thought may be an A might fall down to the B. They're moderately important, but they can be done after I get the A activities done. And then, of course, the C activities are of lower level, and they can be tackled at a spare time. You could do some of these things that you do, combine some tasks, which brings me to the next thing. Create your schedule, and maybe you can combine some things that are not as important as the other things. But creating a schedule is essential. I go right back to the weekly plan sheet. You've got a weekly plan sheet, and you've got a weekly summary sheet. Once you get finished with everything on your plan sheet, those things that you didn't get done, you can put that on, when you look at your activities for the week, say, okay, these are some of the things that I didn't get done. I can transfer those over onto next week, and maybe I can tackle them next week. But they're not urgent. They're not things that absolutely have to be done. When you can, combine some activities. It drives me crazy. We have our spirit bedroom is now our laundry room. And whenever we're in a hurry, we do the laundry, then we dump it on the bed in the spirit room. I want to get those clothes folded. Okay, so I know that when I have some downtime, maybe I want to sit and listen to a nice CD or either watch a program or something that I've been meaning to do. Combine those activities. Okay, when I take my break, I'm going to sit here and fold the laundry while I'm watching this program. I'm getting those two things done at one time. There are some things in your business that you can get done at the same time. Listening to motivational text while you're doing something else. Just all of that. Just think of some activities that can be linked together to increase your productivity. And then, of course, you got to revisit your goals. You got to readjust your goals all the time because there might be something that has been added to your list that is very important that was not there last week. You've got some new ideas that have come along that just completely changes. I mean, I didn't think that I was going to be this instrumental in the whole health initiative, the 10-day weight loss program. But I am because I've been talking to more people. I've been networking. So now some other opportunities have come up. So this wasn't on my goal list a couple of weeks ago. Guess what? It's on my goal list now because it's going to be a priority. This is going to help spread the word about the spray, spread the word about being healthy. It's going to get the word out there. So now, guess what? My priorities have shifted, So I've got to do some things that are going to be productive this week. And I've got to make sure that I'm getting my goals and my tasks done in a timely manner. And so you've got to make some necessary adjustments to do that. And then lastly, just purge. Oh, my gosh. You really don't realize how much of a pack rat you are until you start having things that are obsolete. I mean, and that carries on through every part of your life, not just the physical. I even look at my computer. I'll have to go through and purge some of my emails at the time. At the time, they were very important, but I have looked back through my emails. I still got emails from when my son was in Little League football 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, that's not important. I could have gotten rid of that and created some space for some other things. You've got to have it is part of it. If you've heard about the dynamic law of prosperity from Catherine Ponder, one of the laws is the law of lack. You cannot get anything new to fill that space until you create that space. You got to create a space for new things to fall in. And I always use that example with my shoes. I have a shoe fetish. I absolutely love shoes. My husband and I, he's like, don't you dare bring another pair of shoes in here. But in order for me to get more new shoes, I have to do what? I've got to create a space for them. So that means I got to get rid of some of these older shoes that I'm not even going to wear anymore. Get them out of there. You got to create that space, and that is the law of lack. You got to create lack because if there is an empty hole, something is going to fill it. So fill it with something positive. So get rid of all of those things that are not doing you any good, outfits that you'll never wear again, whether they're too small or too big, whatever. Get rid of them. Just create that space so that you will have space to put something new in. And that really helps you to get organized. It helps you to get rid of so much clutter. It helps you to organize yourself in a very, very effective way, more effective way when you get rid of some of those things that are not necessary. But one of the other things that I wanted to say that is related to the spreadsheets and related to time management, we have a whole packet of spreadsheets that's going to be essential for your business, and that helps you to get you organized. Sales tracking, I'm telling you, when you see what you're able to do on a weekly basis, daily basis, monthly basis, Nothing is more of a motivator than having it written down. When you think that you've not done that much activity, I guarantee you, when you write everything down and go back and look at your week and see how much or how little you've done, it's going to move you in either one or two directions. Either you're going to say, hey, I need to get up and do something because I'm not making any money, or I have done a phenomenal job, I want to repeat this activity, or maybe I can even increase it a little bit. And it helps you stay organized, even for your tax purposes. Your product orders. We've even got, in our group, we do unique things with products. Sometimes you may not be able to order. Your auto ship is not coming in fast enough, and you might need to get some products from someone else. You can keep track of that. You can keep track of all of your orders, all of your commissions, plan your week. Everything is right in this spreadsheet log. And like I said, I'm going to have that to share with everybody because it has helped me tremendously. It's helped Denise. It's helping our team. I'm very glad to share it with you. It just comes from a compilation of things that I have done throughout my entrepreneurial career that has helped me to be successful. But I just want to leave you with one last thing. Make sure that you are plugging in time to stay connected, stay motivated. I mentioned Catherine Ponder with the Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. You guys know the top motivators. You know all of the things that everybody has said on here. I cannot stress enough. Take some time to refuel with positive things because we've got so many negative things that are going on a daily basis. I don't even like to listen to the news that much anymore because it's always something negative. But you've got to make sure that you're taking the time to put positive things in you. Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I mean, you've got to just stay poured into different ones that are going to get you to the next level. Listening to the conference calls, these calls are so huge. I've listened to so many people in this call, and it's been like a huge aha moment because things that you have forgotten that you come back around to, you're like, oh, my goodness, I forgot all about that. And they just reiterated, and they cross over to what you are doing now. So that's just all I wanted to say. I just wanted to make sure that we are staying on task and that we are doing things again to be productive and get the most out of our business and to be the successes that we were meant to be. So that's all I have, Pastor Dale. Thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Well, Lynn, I'll tell you, that's some great information. And, you reminded me, when you organize and you can see your numbers, I know that we do this in our business, when you're able to see your numbers for the week and, you got some good numbers, you get really motivated about those numbers and say, well, can I duplicate that next week? Can I do that again? And we use a lot of, we build through PayPal a lot with our vitamin sprays, and people order from our website as well. And I noticed one time that, we're looking in, PayPal gives you a statement. It tells you, well, okay, this is what you did this week. This is what you did this month, And I remember looking at our statement for the week, and we had did something like $900 in vitamin sales. I was like, that's a pretty good week, for the retail side, I said, wait a minute, what were we doing? But what I found is that, we were really focused. The week before, we were really focused on contacting our customers, and because a lot of times they run out and they mean to call you and they just can forget. Life is hectic, and they just forget and they keep forgetting, so what we did is just started calling them, and I called one of our really loyal customers, and he normally has his secretary calls me and say, Pastor Dale, could you rush 8 sprays over for Coach and Mrs. H because they're going out of town? And I'd be like, I don't like that rush deal, And she would always send me a FedEx label or something. And so I said, you know what, let me just call. I just kind of track when they typically would probably be out of product. And I called, and I said, well, I don't want to get into the rush thing. Just want to find out if you guys read. She said, well, you know what? I think he is just about out. I'm so glad that you called me. Yes, send us another order, So you just kind of be proactive as well, knowing that you do have customers, and, you need to check on them from time to time. Just don't take the money every month, but check on them from time to time, and because sometimes they just forget to order. and they're needing to order. So when you see that, when you see that invoice and you see, hey, you got, $500, $800, $900 this week going into your retail account because of your efforts, then you want to begin to duplicate that and do it over and over and over again. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so focused on customers right now, is because customers will order every single month because they need the product. Okay. Representatives may order or may not order because they may use it, they may not use it. But, customers who need it, they order every single month. Okay. So, we're building a large base from a customer standpoint, because that's really, for us, some of them are going on auto ship. Some of them just want to do the retail. Either way, we benefit and we continue to benefit. So, I think the organization, the tracking, the structure is very, very important in running any business, especially a small business like what we have here. So thank you so much for sharing and giving us those wisdom words and nuggets of how to be successful in organization of our business.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much for having me, like I said. And, when you were talking about the customers and reordering, it just goes back to the old saying, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. And when you are providing people with integrity and a good service and a product like this, I've not seen a product this phenomenal in a long time. You got to believe in what you're doing and strike while the iron is hot. Those customers, they're happy with it. They are your best advertisement. Like I said, when I stopped into the beautician, she was telling me about folks that are like just wanting to try it just off of her word alone. So keeping in contact with them, it allows your business to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. The fortune is in the follow-up and in staying in tune with those customers, those happy customers. And you'll have business for a long time. So I appreciate everything. Thank you so much, Pastor Dale. It's just a pleasure working with you guys.
Thank you so much, man. Well, let's go out to the East Coast, to Atlanta, Georgia is where we're going today, to one-star Dr. KV. KV, where you at, man?
How you doing there, Pastor? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Great. How's everybody doing? What a great call. What great wisdom. I love it, guys. It's incredible, incredible, incredible. I tell you, I can't wait to see you guys, man. We are ready to, matter of fact, we're ready to go today. Is anybody up there today? We just rolling up there right now. But I'll tell you guys, we are so excited about you guys being with us today. And we just want to encourage everybody to share. The quote of the day is just keep sharing the business, guys. That's a quote from all of us. People don't know about us yet. All I know, we got 48 million people in the southeastern states, and we're going to take over all the market, and we're going to be sharing some things at the event that help you get there, guys. It's just incredible, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, and everybody, and also First Lady, and also everybody's excited, man, what's going on down here. And we're sharing. And I just met two people earlier at the post office. They were excited about the sprays. They talk about taking pills. Nobody likes to take pills, guys. You got to just talk that nobody likes taking pills. And plus, the absorption rate of the sprays is way above pills. Just keep sharing. Talk to everybody, guys. My topic's going to be networking the planet. Can't wait to share that stuff with you guys. You got to talk to everybody about these wonderful sprays. And probably the most important part of that, guys, is the fact that they work. Man, Pastor Dale, I love, man, they work, man. The sprays work. It's incredible. I love it. Matter of fact, one day last night, we was doing a follow-up. She said, you must be on the sprays. I said, how did you know? Because the excitement level, was still there last night. So, guys, continue to share. Use the sprays. Get the information out. And believe me, when you start planting those seeds all across this nation, that harvest is going to come up. Next thing you know, like Pastor Dale was talking about, you're going to have 900. You're going to have 9,000 a month. Then you're going to have 90,000 a year in sales. I tell you, and then you're going to have on top of that the other part of the compensation plan. That's just one side of the comp plan. As you know, there's 10 ways to earn money. So the quote of the day, guys, is keep it real, keep it moving, share the business, and welcome to your wonderful 10 network. Thank you so much, Melanie Miguel and Mr. Gill. You guys are amazing. and, of course, our leadership. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to see you. Let's keep it moving. Everybody have a powerful and productive weekend. Back to you, Pastor Dale. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us on the call as we end to this week, getting ready for the big week next week. Go into this week, guys. This weekend, share as much as you possibly can with as many people as you can. If you haven't registered to get to the East Coast event, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. You know, piggyback with somebody, carpool with somebody. Get here. Listen, don't worry about. You say, well, I don't know what I'm going to say. Listen, there's going to be enough rooms and there could be enough floors for you to sleep on. Just get here, and we'll take care of the rest. All right, guys. We thank you guys so much. Thank you, honey, for being on the call and introducing us again. Doing a great job as always. Lynn Thornhill, thank you for joining us as well. We look forward to seeing you guys on Monday with Nikisha Bond. And now get off this phone and go. Tell somebody about what you got in your hands. This call is officially over.